Gaming Bolt presents 15 MMORPGs of 2017 and beyond. The MMORPG genre continues to expand and grow, with countless new competitors entering the scene each year. 2017 brings forward a slew of quality new titles, some offering things the genre hasn't seen before. Here are 15 MMORPGs of 2017 and beyond. Bless. Bless is a truly breathtaking game. The visuals pop off of the screen, fully realizing the world before you. The lore is incredibly deep and tells many stories about a world striving to avoid war at all costs. The pure size and scope alone are enough to jump in and check it out. Lost Ark. The main selling point of Lost Ark is its combat. It purposely doesn't use a lock-on mechanic in order to entice players to leap into the fray, trading blows with multiple opponents and quickly darting across the screen. Learning to work with others and utilize your skills against others will be the big draw of this game. Ark Survival of the Fittest. Ark Survival Evolved was a hit upon release, but Survival of the Fittest will provide a new spin on the base game. At its core, it is a survival arena game, meaning you'll still be crafting and hunting, but other players will be viciously hunting you down at the same time. No one is safe as humans and dinosaurs clash. Albion Online. The world of Albion is shaped completely by the ways in which its players interact with it. Not only do they control the economy, but items and weapons are crafted by players, and the lack of a class system means that everything is very open-ended, letting the players truly mold their own experience. Crowfall. Crowfall is about taking on the roles of heroes and defending eternal kingdoms, trading and utilizing the economy, and take advantage of various systems that make the game world spin. Everything is driven by player action, so the world is constantly changing depending on how the balance of power shifts and players react to it. Camelot Unchained. Camelot Unchained offers an epic fantasy world bursting at the seams with things to do and see. Want to craft a massive fort to keep out your enemies? You can do that. Want to engage in all-out war against fearsome opponents? Well, you can do that too. The world is absolutely packed with things to lose yourself in, delivering a fantasy experience unlike any other. Lineage Eternal. Lineage Eternal is an isometric RPG with combat similar to that of the Diablo series. You'll hack, slash, twirl, and roll around through the world, taking down enemies and collecting shiny new pieces of loot. The combat is flashy and frantic, making it fun to cut through enemies for hours. Summoner's War MMORPG. Summoner's War is an action strategy game that pits characters against towering beasts of fantasy, leaping into duels with sword swinging and spells blasting. The currently untitled MMORPG will take the basics of the series and transplant them into a multiplayer-friendly environment. King of Fighters World MMORPG. Releasing for mobile devices, the upcoming King of Fighters World will take the series into the third dimension, populating the world with characters from the franchise's storied past. We still don't know how gameplay will work, but if we can engage in fast-paced, hand-to-hand combat with other players, we will be more than content. Pantheon: Rise of the Fallen. Pantheon is a fantasy MMORPG set in the dangerous world of Terminus. It separates itself from other games on this list with the sheer amount of content it presents. With 9 races, 12 classes, and a level of challenge that gives players a true sense of accomplishment as they lose themselves in this world. Ship of Heroes. Ship of Heroes has big ambitions. Players will create their own superhero and then fight up the decks of a ship as it barrels through space. The ship will also dock periodically, letting the heroes explore distant worlds and adding a bit of variety to the proceedings. MapleStory 2. MapleStory 2 will build upon the systems introduced by the first game, updating the graphics and giving players much more to do, both socially and within the game itself. The adorable art style sets itself apart, combining the blocky nature of Minecraft with anime-style characters, and it makes for a very different kind of MMO. Sea of Thieves. The latest game from Rare is a major departure from the previous titles, a cooperative survival MMO that takes place on the 7 seas. Sea of Thieves gets groups of players together to sail a pirate ship, hunting down treasure and taking down enemy gangs. Hilarity will surely ensue as players work with and against each other at every turn. Revelations Online. Featuring a beautifully stylized world and a varied combat style, Revelations Online is a fairly standard MMO. The thing that sets it apart is the open nature of the world. You can trudge around on foot, gallop through the plains on horseback, or take to the skies with a flying mount. You can even spread your own wings depending on the class you choose, making the world much more accessible to players regardless of what they're trying to accomplish. Worlds Adrift. A world floating in the clouds. The only way to traverse it is by gathering a crew, piloting a ship, and taking to the skies. The cooperative nature of this game means that there'll never be a dull moment as you explore this vast world, jumping from island to island and trying to survive the devastating aerial combat. And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at Gaming Bolt, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.